Guys, it's Jackie. Thank you for finding my little corner of the internet. I wanted to post today on depression. Uh, Depression or depressive like symptoms, I'm sure, has hit a lot of us a little bit harder during this pandemic. But I'd imagine a lot of us have felt some form of depressive symptoms throughout our lives, either become a major traumatic event or some stressors that are adding to your life as far as making it more difficult. For me, depression is more than just being sad. It's a state of mind. It's more like a funk. It's you can't get out of it. And a lot of symptoms might include lack of motivation, not being able to do the simplest tasks, like taking a shower, even for some people. Yes, there's of course the basic being sad, crying, not wanting to be around people. And for some people, it hits harder than others. Right now, because of the pandemic, I've noticed a large shift for people who that's not necessarily their main issue, and it's becoming their main issue because they're having to miss out on some of their regular daily coping skills. I know coping skills, we always love using that word in therapy or that phrase. But I mean, just think about it. You have, let's take a regular person, goes to the gym, goes to see their friends maybe once or twice a week, has their clubs and their activities, maybe goes to church even. And those social outlets or those hobbies really feed their identity and they feed their soul. So, and they satiate who they are as a person. So when you take that away, you're not only taking away something for them to do and then they're bored, but also you're taking away a little part of their identity, or at least a part that feeds that identity. So it's really becomes like, what do I do? What's my purpose? And even though we're not taking it away for a large period of life, and eventually we'll get back to our normal, for a period of time, it's who am I? What am I doing right now? I'm going to my work, maybe in your office at home, or you may be binge watching Netflix, like I'm sure all of us are. But the question really becomes like, what's my purpose now? And that's what I think a lot of us have been struggling with as far as depression goes, and really trying to figure out, okay, what's my identity going to be in this moment? What am I going to make today? So I am basically on here, one, telling you that's okay that you're struggling right now, because I'm sure you are not alone at all. But also, two, for you to recognize what is in your control and what isn't, as the old AA adage goes. You do have control in some aspects, and it's important to nurture those. Can you go out for a walk and keep safe distances? Can you, now that in some states things are being lifted, can you maybe go to have an outside meal at your favorite restaurant? Can you go see your friend and still sit on the porch, have a cocktail or a mocktail, and stay 6 feet away and it be okay? So it's really about figuring out what things you can feed into your, satiation of your daily life for making you feel better and making this experience tolerable. Some people have found this time really rejuvenating, which is very odd and interesting and amazing to see, because it's like a New Year's Eve, if you will. Like, what am I going to be when I get back out there? And I challenge a lot of you to try to think that way, to think, what am I going to be? Am I going to be the person that keeps doing the same routine that I did before this? Or am I going to realize, like, I'm grateful for certain things? I really do have, all sorts of activities where I could make friends. I could join a disciple group. I could go do CrossFit and make a bunch of friends there. I could try Pilates. I could, the world is your oyster. And I think sometimes we forget that. So my homework assignment for you today, as many of my clients will tell you, along with my flubbing of my language, but also that I'm a big proponent of homework. Our sessions are all about getting down to the deep rooted part of what makes you you, what makes you tick, and also what your obstacles are. But it is not nearly as beneficial as if you take some of it and take it out into the real world. So I always have my clients do a little bit of homework on what we talked about, or maybe small tasks that are easily attainable rather than huge big ones, and then we can kind of trip upon them and feel like upset that we didn't do so great. So baby steps, basically. And I challenge you to think about one, what's some baby steps that you can do right now that's in your control? And two, what do you want to look like when you get out of this, back into the world, and the world is your oyster again? What do you want to change? Who do you want to be? And how are you going to execute that? So I think that's where I'll leave it. But if you guys have any questions or need any help, or of course, I'm here for sessions, feel free to find me on my contacts page. You can call me, email me, send smoke signals. But I'm always here to help, and I really do love my job and I love my clients. So nothing is too big and nothing is too small. I'm here to help you grow. All right. Talk to you guys later. I hope this video was informative and fun. And if you have any questions, as always, comments below. Bye, guys.